Hey everyone! Welcome back to A-Level Math Mastery, where complex math becomes clear and success becomes simple. In today's episode, we're exploring the concept of absolute value, what it really means, why it's important, and how to solve problems with it confidently. Stick around because I'll also show you common mistakes students make and how to avoid them. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the absolute value of a real number. The absolute value of any number is the distance of that number from zero on the number line. It is always non-negative, meaning it is either zero or a positive number. It is written as a number inside vertical bars. For example, the absolute value of x is written as vertical bar x vertical bar. The formal definition is absolute value of x equals x if x is greater than or equal to 0. Absolute value if x equals negative x if x is less than 0. In short, if the number is already positive, just remove the bars. But if it's negative, remove the bars and change the sign. Let's see some examples. The absolute value of 5 is 5. The absolute value of negative 8 is 8. The absolute value of negative 12.7 is 12.7. And here's something important to remember. The absolute value of any number is always 0 or positive, but never negative. Properties of absolute value. 1. The absolute value of any real number is always 0 or positive, never negative. 2. Negative or positive, the absolute value gives the same result. 3. The absolute value of a product equals the product of the absolute values. 4. The absolute value of a quotient is the quotient of absolute values, y must not be 0. 5. A number is always less than or equal to its absolute value. 6. This is a special inequality often used in analysis. It tells us that the product of two numbers is less than or equal to the square of their average. 7. Taking the square root of a square removes the sign. 8. Squaring an absolute value gives the same result as squaring the original number. 9. The absolute value of a product is equal to the product of the absolute values. 10. The absolute value of a division is equal to the division of the absolute values. 11. The absolute value of a sum is less than or equal to the sum of the absolute values. This is known as the triangle inequality, and it's very important in analysis and geometry. 12. The absolute value of the difference of the absolute values is less than or equal to the absolute value of the difference between the numbers. And that's a wrap on today's lesson about the absolute value of x. What it means, how it behaves, and why it's so useful in solving real math problems. We've seen its definition, worked through examples, and explored 12 powerful properties that help simplify and solve expressions involving absolute values. Make sure to review each property, they'll show up in both exam questions and proof-based problems. In the next episode, we'll dive deeper into proofs involving absolute value, including how to prove inequalities and apply the triangle inequality step by step. So, if you found today's lesson helpful, give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell, so you're the first to know when the next episode drops. Until then, stay confident and keep mastering math. Right here at A-Level Math Mastery. See you in the next episode.